What's up, everybody? We want to welcome everybody back. If you've been with us before and if you're new, welcome to the Chameleon Love podcast.
Hey, fam. We back in the building, baby.
Yes. My name is Devon. This is my wife, Jennifer, and together we are Chameleon Love. Yes. So, just want to, for those who are new, we're just going to give you a quick rundown of who we are. So, again, it's Devon and Jennifer, Chameleon Love. We've been married 11 years. We've been together 14 years. We have 3 amazing, beautiful, young kings.
Brilliant.
Young
you
kings.
Forgot about the brilliant.
Brilliant, genius, young kings. And so we have launched this podcast again as a relaunch. A lot of people have been asking us, like, yo, y'all need to have a podcast. Y'all need to do your podcast. And I'm like, actually, we did have a podcast.
Yeah.
But
it's been a minute.
So now we back with the remix. Had to spin a block on it. And so now we're here to talk about everything from life to relationship
mental
to
health,
sports to self-love, mental health, name it.
Relationship.
That's what we're talking about. And so we just wanted to give you that quick little introduction before we jump into what you can expect from this podcast is a myriad of things. Like I say, we're going to touch every single topic we can possibly talk about. But at the same time, we're going to let our personality show and we're going to have tons of fun.
Y'all going to get to know me. Finally, I feel like people get to know me. People know you.
Everybody feel like they know me.
Everybody know him.
But they don't really know her because she don't really talk that much. Really, she talk all the damn time. She just don't stop. So now y'all actually get to see a face to see that, hey, I'm actually married. I ain't out here faking. I ain't just a talking head.
Introvert, extrovert type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like one partner has to offset the other and you just balance me out. But I'm cool though.
That's what she say. I don't know. Anywho, we are relationship and life strategists. And what we do is help people set realistic and healthy foundations in their relationships, in their lives. And we help them achieve whatever goal that they're looking to achieve from a relationship. And when I say relationship, I don't necessarily mean husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend.
We're talking about all the relationships.
It can be friendship. It can be parents and children. Situationships. Business partners. You name it. We cover it. We help you establish the solid foundations that you need in order to go ahead and start building and sustaining a healthy structure within that relationship. And my wife, my amazing wife, as you can see, self-care, self-love, that's her specialty. Everything self-care, self-love, that's her. She's going to talk about it throughout our episodes on her amazing journey to self-love and how, she was able to will herself through the graces of God and her hard work and my support and get there. So
family, and you talk about family and friends and their support.
We're going to talk about it all.
I'm excited.
Anyway, so let's catch everybody up to speed. So we was living in Charlotte for 12 years and we decided to up and move to Georgia.
Well, we didn't, but
I felt led by God to basically, move to Georgia for an employment opportunity. And so we did that. And we did that with 3 whole small kids back in 2021.
I feel like I need you to say that again.
3. 1, 2, 3. Whole small kids.
Because that's important.
Very important. But we did it.
Yeah.
And it was not easy. We had a lot of people that did not want us to leave for whatever reason. But when God has a plan for you, and when he start telling you you need to do something,
you need to do it.
Who am I to be disobedient?
Yeah.
Because if I stay, it's only going to be worse.
And I think who am I to dispute that? When you come to me and tell me that God told you to do something, my job is to move.
Let's unpack that real quick. Hold on.
I would just move.
Time out. And the full time out. Hey, I need you to unpack that.
Why?
I come to you.
Yeah.
2020, middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
And I say, hey, babe, we need to move to Georgia. Here's the situation. Here's the play. This is what's lined up. I think we're gonna have to move to Georgia. But I'm not gonna move. Obviously, if you say no, then everything's shut down. Shit is shut down. Shop is shut down. Ain't nothing going. Ain't no motion happening. But I come to you and I tell you this. What do you do and say to me?
I mean, initially, I'm like, what the fuck?
That's very true.
I mean, if I'm honest, right? Because we have small kids and you already have a really good job. So, but I'm like, I got to gather myself. And then immediately in my heart, I'm like, well, God leads you. And I've trusted thus far the actions that you put in place to lead me and the boys. And so when you came to me, I'm like, how can I dispute what God is telling you to do? Yeah. My job is to pray about how to support you in it, because it's not about what I want to do. It's then about doing what I need to do to support you in the decision that you feel like God is leading you to lead this family. And as the head of the house, I'm going to support you in that, even if I didn't understand it, because there's a lot of things I didn't understand.
But there's a lot of women that would have took that situation and be like, nigga, hell no, you ain't going nowhere.
My heart, you're not
inside. Leaving all our support and everything we have established here. We ain't leaving that.
Well, this is the thing.
A lot of women would have been like, no, sir.
You're right. And a lot of men, I'm probably thinking if it was reversed, right? A lot of men probably would have felt like that too. But when you have faith and when you have a foundation, I think we've always had a spiritual foundation. Let's be clear. We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for God. Like, absolutely not. None of this happens if it's not for God, because we didn't even see this. We didn't even see this. I didn't even see this, So if when you are led spiritually, you move differently. And that's just what it is. And when you came to me, my job was to process it in my own way, because there's a lot of stuff I didn't tell you. It's a lot of feelings I would call my girlfriends and be like, listen, I don't know how this is going to work. Yeah. But it wasn't my job to tell you, because I felt like if I had done that or given you any reason not to do it or any discouragement or anything like that, you wouldn't have done it.
I wouldn't have done it.
And then how would we would look at what we would have,
forfeited.
Look at what we would have.
Yeah. So, I 100% agree with that. Yeah. And I think that one of the biggest things that a lot of people don't know about is that we didn't move at the same time.
No.
Let that sizzle on your heart for a little bit. We didn't move at the same time. I moved first. So January 2021 rolls around. I leave. I go down to Georgia.
This is pandemic.
Her and all three of our kids that I mentioned are with her. Not for 1 month, not for 2 months, not for 3, 4, 5 months, but 6 months.
6 months.
I'm in Georgia. She's in Charlotte.
Yeah.
And I'm, trying to manage going back and forth as much as I can. Yeah. But sometimes I may go 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks without seeing them.
Listen.
And it was definitely hard on me, but I know it was super hard on her because she's taking the brunt of everything. I'm busting my ass. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm working around the clock. I work 30 days straight, 35 days straight. Like, I'm really out here grinding, trying to, get us a home, and also trying to, put things in place so that way when they come, they can just transition right into, the house and into being in Georgia. I know it's a new environment for everybody.
And I can't wait till we touch that, because
that's a whole lot to unpack. That's a whole lot to unpack too.
He be doing his thing in husbandhood. So
you know what I'm saying? Talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Talk about your boy.
You are a great husband.
I appreciate that.
You really are. You're a great husband. That's why I could follow you.
But this right here, and that's a whole nother time. But this right here is talking about, the way that I was able to come to her and say, hey, babe, look, this is the play. This is what God has given me. What's up? And for her to be like, all right, bet it. If that's what it is, then that's what it is. We're about to stand on business and we're about to make it happen. If she did not say that, I am not in Georgia at all. Because all she had to do was be like, nah, babe, I ain't feeling that. And I would have been like, cool. Well, playing counsel. Sorry, God. You know what I'm saying? But then I would have had to deal with whatever aftermath God had for me for being disobedient. So I didn't want to do that. So I'm really banking on like, I hope she say yeah. And the fact that she, didn't hesitate to me. Now, she might have hesitated her girlfriends and whoever else. But to me, she was like, baby, go ahead and do your thing, man. Do your thing, 21, do your thing. So I said, all right, bet it. So moved down here, got everything situated, and we transitioned. And, man, that transition wasn't the easiest, but you held that thing down like a soldier, man. I appreciate it. Hold on. Let me talk my shit. Let me talk my shit real quick. Let me talk my shit.
Let me hush.
You held it down. And when I say I'm forever indebted to you, like I'm forever indebted to you because you took care of business. You stood 10 toes down. You ain't discouraged me. You ain't say, hey, babe, I want you to come back. You ain't say, hey, babe, this shit too hard. I need you to stop it. You was like, I got you, babe. I got you. And I know it had to be super crazy and chaotic during that time. And there's probably a lot of things that you didn't tell me, a lot of times that you cried, a lot of times that you wanted to tell me something, but you stood solid in it. And I think because of that, we've been able to thrive down here. Yeah. And so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for, respecting me as a leader of the house and trusting that, hey, I know my man ain't going to put me in a position to where we're going to fail. But most of all, I know that he's being led by God. Yeah. And I know God is ordering his steps and talking to him and answering his prayers. And I trust that. Yeah. So if it wasn't for a supportive, trusting, respectful, submitting wife,
boy,
I can't be the thriving man and husband that I am. Yeah. So I just had to put that on wax real quick.
I appreciate that. I
let the world know.
I really appreciate that.
I ride for my baby.
I ride for you, boy.
Shoot.
Listen. What it is your support for me. And I really appreciate you laying that down there. Because 6.5 months with the kids, with little, can't forget that. With little kids, it was hard. And it was a lot of stuff that I didn't tell you. It was a lot of moments that I cried and I thought about, second guess my decision in supporting him. Is a lot of moments where I didn't know if I was strong enough. I had to really dig deep and figure out who I was and what I was made of in that. Because that, to be honest, that single parent life, I never wanted that for myself or anyone, but in that moment, in that transition, that's what it was. And I got a taste of that. Now I'm grateful and thankful that that's not our reality, but it was hard. It was hard. And I salute to the single parents that's doing that day in and day out with one kid, multiple kids, and and it's just them, because it really was, some days was unthinkable, when I think about all of that. But I will say this, when I tell you that I realized that I was putting more faith in you than God, that right there is what broke me. That is where I learned how to be a better person. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And a different person.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. And I think you did a really great job with putting your trust in God and not necessarily in man, because I'm going to fail you every time, right? But the fact that I didn't, or he didn't fail you and he didn't fail me, allowed us to be who we are now. Yeah. So I greatly appreciate that.
Thank you, God. Yeah. Yep. That is faithful. Yeah. So when I think about how I'm able to support you in these decisions that you bring to me, that sometimes they're off the wall. Sometimes I don't get it. Sometimes I don't see the vision. When I think about those things, I always think about how God is teaching me how to support you, teaching me how to move, teaching me how to be a wife. Because if I'm honest, I didn't have anyone to model being a wife. I didn't have anyone to teach me how to support my husband, teach me how to speak life into you. I knew a whole lot of what I didn't want, but I didn't know anything about what it was to be the wife I needed to be today. And so if people ask me, like, how did you know? How did you figure it out? I prayed. And I moved by faith and discernment that God was going to continue to lead me in being the person that you needed to be. First of all, being the person I need to be for myself. I didn't even know that was a thing. But in being that person for myself, I'm able to be that for you. And you were able to love me through those moments where I didn't, focus on myself enough for me to be able to give the energy that I needed to be able to support you and the boys,
Yeah,
So,
no, I greatly appreciate that, and I think it takes work on both ends. Obviously, I know it takes work on both ends, and we're both obviously work in progress. And there's been a lot of grace extended to each other because of our shortcomings, and because that's what we need to do as people. And when you're in a relationship, grace is everything because we are so imperfect. But a lot of times we put these perfection standards on each other. And when we don't hold up to those perfection standards that we'll never, ever hold up to, then the other person gets mad. And now, the relationship is fizzling out because you didn't hold up to these standards that I have of perfection. But really, never, ever will we ever be perfect. And never will we ever meet those perfection standards.
It's to your point, it's unrealistic, right? It's unrealistic for us to think that someone could be this perfect version of what we need. That's not true. And it's not. You can't even be the perfect version for what you need. So it's like a lot of us we have gotten in the mode of loving backwards. It's all about what we want other people to do for us, but it's not about what we need to do for ourselves. And I think for our relationship and the resilience in our marriage teaches us about what it means to love yourself more than you love the other person. And that is a thing, and we all have always thought that I just had to go and get married. Let's be real. I thought I had to do all of these things for you. I had to cook for you every day. I had to have your I ain't do laundry like that.
I mean, but
nevertheless.
But we went based off of what we thought we knew, what society told us we had to do, or what we should do, or what we shouldn't do. Make it what you want it to be. Yeah. Make it what you want it to be.
Yeah.
Man, don't worry about what the hell society talking about, man. Half the time they don't know what they talking about anyway.
Yeah.
And half the people that's trying to give you advice ain't in a healthy and functional relationship. They marriage in shambles. They a piece of shit. They don't do what they say they're gonna do. They're liars and master manipulators. Yeah. We've seen that several times.
Yeah.
We've seen that several times, right? We're all human. We all make mistakes. But a lot of times, people try to tell you what you should be doing in your relationship, and they're not even happy in theirs.
Yeah, and
so I'm glad that ain't us.
That ain't us. That's definitely not us. That's never been us. But I always felt like we were two individuals who, didn't want where we came from. We wanted more.
Yeah.
Let's it's no knock to where we came from, because if we didn't, we wouldn't be here today, right? We wouldn't have the grind and the hustle that we have today. We are generational cycle breakers.
Yep.
Let's be clear. It's a lot of stuff that was given to us that we were like, Heisman, like, nah, we good on that. Like, we're not doing that. But, those situations helped us to be more resilient, and it helped us to figure out what it was that made us happy. Why do we love? Why do we want to be in a marriage? Why would we even want to be in a relationship? And let's talk about even getting in a relationship before you even get to marriage. What about the friendship? Like, is there a friendship? Do you actually like this person? Like, I like you.
Yeah. Sometimes you be getting on my damn nerve, man. God, me. Dang.
Feelings mutual. Feelings mutual.
But that's only a small portion of it.
Yeah, but other times that's my dude. Like, that's my homie, that's my best friend. And what I loved about it is, like, we came together, we bonded over football. We both love football, college football. I'm a fan. And we just we went from there, and we made it ours, and we continue to make it ours. So the move was us making it ours. That's what it was about. Us breaking out the box, us breaking the mold, and being like, we gonna move. And guess what? If we have an opportunity, again, when we have an opportunity, because the opportunities are coming,
it's gonna go.
When we have an opportunity, we'll move again.
Facts.
That's what it is. It's like, it's limits off, and it's about chasing what you want together, and remembering that you can both have dreams, and you can chase them together and still be individuals. And I had to learn that.
That's actually factual.
So I love that. I love that for us.
I love that, and I love you.
I love you.
I appreciate y'all tuning in to the relaunch of Chameleon Love podcast. Be sure to check us out on Instagram at Von_Tough. That's VON_TUFF. Also at
You a
Chameleon
celebrity
Love
on there too.
No, I'm not. At Chameleon Love podcast.
check,
Also,
y'all.
can I do my thing?
My bad. How you? I'm good.
Von_Tough at Chameleon Love podcast. And then also on YouTube, we're at Chameleon Love channel. On TikTok, Chameleon Love 5. And then on Facebook.
We are Devon and Jennifer Heath.
And your Instagram.
And my Instagram is Jenny Grind.
All right.
Hey,
make sure you check out our website too, www.chameleonlove.org. That's chameleonlove.org. Appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Check out the next episode next week, and check out our content that we continuously post on our social media daily. Hey, Chameleon Love is God's love plus self-love equals Chameleon Love. Love yourself, love others, keep Chameleon loving.
love you, fam.